Live from Music City, Nashville, Tennessee, this is your educational, sensational, inspirational, motivational, keenly awaited, highly anticipated edition of The Trading Floor with your humble hosts, Jeremy Alexander Newsom, Angie Barbosa, Brad Reed, Johnny Guarco, Chris Irwin, all the real-life traders from around the world. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Hope you're doing amazing, and I appreciate your guys' awesomeness. Let's get the desktop shared, because you guys want to see my screen at some point, I'm sure. Did you guys like that song? I had a little bit of Kesha song called Supernatural. I think it's a pretty good song, actually. I heard it and I thought, man, it's a good song. And then I was kind of surprised it was Kesha. Not that she doesn't do good songs, just FYI. But yeah, it's good. That's all. That's all. It's a good song. It is a good song. Oh, Chris Tom, don't you worry. I could be a radio DJ, man. I can mix up music pretty well. I have a very, very good blend of music, so it's not going to be the same stuff every time, for sure. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give a giant shout out to my boy, Chris Tom. He did something very nice for me and Ashley. He had a band called, what's it called, Chris? Boulevard. Something Boulevard. Go ahead and give the band name. Ventura Boulevard. Give him a shout out. He was doing the sound for this band at a famous place in Nashville called 3rd and Lindsley. And so me and Ashley went there, and he got us on the list. He reserved us a table. You know, we went there. It was a really good time. So that was all Chris Tom. So thanks, man. I appreciate that. So Ashley got to meet Chris finally. We hung out. I had some drinks, had some sandwiches because I was hungry. I think I had 2. It was good. All right, so what we're going to do, let's check out some overall market. I have a story to tell you guys from yesterday that I think was quite funny. But before I do, I haven't done this in a while. This is mostly for Oliver. Is Oliver here? I don't know if Oliver here is not, but I got to show Oliver. Today, is he here? Nope, he's not even here to witness it. Man, I got a haircut, Oliver, for you. So,
wow.
Yeah, this is the new haircut. A little short. I'll bring this up for the recording students to see it. So here's the haircut. It was pretty wild and crazy 2 or 3 days ago, and Oliver was making fun of me and said I needed a haircut. So I went and got a haircut for you, Oliver. Mostly for you. Chris, thanks, Karen. It's looking sharp. All right. Yeah. I appreciate it.
Wait, that looks like the stop dance.
Most of my dancing is all very similar. It's very you could boil all my dancing down into 1 or 2 moves. 1 or 2 moves. You could boil it all down. And that's that. It's all really the same. Okay. So today is Tech Giant Tuesday. Let's check out some tech stocks. Let's check out the general market. And then we'll look at what's gapping, what's not gapping for tomorrow. Tomorrow, as Angie mentioned a moment ago, the market is closing early. So honestly, ladies and gentlemen, I would say if you don't get something in the first 2 hours, leave, go about your day. I personally suggest just taking all 3 days off. I really do. That number one, that's one of the reasons why I have the trading floor closed. I want you guys to take off. And real life traders, professional traders, doesn't matter if you're day trading, swing trading, doesn't matter what you're doing. You know, take time off, be with the family, enjoy it. We trade for fun, but we also trade to have, you know, freedom to do what the heck we want to do when the heck we want to do it. So keep that in mind. Let's go check out the QQQs since that's very tech savvy. And the Qs got a little bit of a gap up today. And trade down into a black candle, which isn't terrifying. We have low volume. I actually anticipate a small inside day candle tomorrow. Nothing's going to happen on Thursday. And I do anticipate Friday being semi-bullish. Will that happen? I mean, I don't know. But that's just what my anticipation is. SPY, oh my gosh. I mean, right here. There's definitely going to be some people selling. Anyone who did not sell here last time and had to hold through all of this pain, they're going to be selling here again. And of course, the people who went short up here, they're going to try to go short here again to make the same amount of money they made one time. Is that going to happen? Maybe. It really could. And RSI, where's RSI? Boop, 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 boop. RSI is about 62, and stochastics is just now popping up. So realistically, if we do hang out here for tomorrow, and obviously nothing on Thursday, then Friday we break out, which is again what I think could happen. That'll be pretty bullish in my opinion. So on the moment on SPY, I am more bullish than bearish overall. The DIA, which is the ETF for the Dow, it's still cruising. And I think this day was our bullish retest. This day was our confirmation. And now we're making all-time highs on the DIA. And again, our target's kind of on the DIA. 185.64 could be reached, truth be told, before 2015. It would be a little bit of a stretch for that to happen, but it could. I'd be semi-shocked, but, with 2 or 3 trading days, it could happen. I doubt it. What I kind of do anticipate, people buying the breakout on, coming into the New Year's, and then, we rolling over at 2015 for a little bit of a sell-off. That also could absolutely happen, and we'll be prepared for that when and if it does. And of course, the IWM gapped up today. Really, really beautiful. Pretty much almost right to that resistance level of 120.57. Same people who sold there are selling there because they made money last time. If you're still in this Iron Condor for this week, that'll expire worthless. And that is really about that on the IWM. Again, I would love for it to pause here and then break higher. That kind of would potentially thrust the market into a buying frenzy. Apple, just no volume today. Super cute little candle. Inside gay candle. There's not really much to report on Apple, unfortunately. Let me actually go and check out the data on Apple, because you guys know me. I'm always looking for a covered call, pretty much always. I'm going to go and look and see if there's any premium for a 115 expiring this week. And if there is, I'm going to sell it. 8 cents. No, not enough premium for me on Apple for this week. What about January? Maybe a 116 covered call? Maybe. Not really enough premium for me there either. Okay, I'll wait. I will wait. The Bollinger Bands on Apple, they are kind of wide at the moment, so there should be a little bit more volatility than there is. Since there's not, I think I'll just kind of wait. Volume decreasing right here really is really great. Just allowing the rest. And if this truly is a pennant on a bullish move, boom, boom, a little bit of a pennant pattern, and we start breaking higher, hopefully on Friday. So my goal is I hope Wednesday is kind of a no deal. No one does anything. Thursday, obviously, Christmas, something's happening. And Friday, I would love the market to be insanely bullish. Will it happen? I don't know. But if it does, that would really coincide pretty well with kind of quote unquote my market theory as how high the market could go before we get a little bit of a retracement. But Apple, here's really my thought on Apple. I think that's it verbatim. So we will see. Erwin is posting a link. Let me pull up the link. Let's see. Allow. Thoughts on Apple, 112 to 114-ish orange short-term confluence. If broken, plausible wave 5 targets 122 and 138. So here's his chart. So thank you for sharing, Dr. Irwin. I appreciate it. And he's giving us some resistance exactly where we are. Exactly. And he's thinking that this could be a wave 4. And if we break higher, he's got some fib targets. And I like it. I think that coincides perfectly with what I'm talking about. Me and Erwin, dude, I love being brainwave buddies with you. That's fun. Lita, do you have any questions? I know you probably are still in your shares of Apple. Does anyone have any questions on Apple? Or anything specifically? All right, cool. So Lita has a 120 call for February. I think that's a good call. Lita, I really do. 120. I mean, getting exercised up here in February, I think that's phenomenal, Lita. My overall thought process is I really do think Apple very likely could do something like this for the next 4 or 5 months. So if Apple gets up to 118 and some change, I'm going to build into my plan over the weekend that I'm going to get into a collar more than likely at that point. Probably a collar for January or February, if and when we get up there. Expecting some potential rotation, maybe. But if this is a wave 4, this is a wave 3, and this is a wave 5, we could go much higher. So, again, if I do a covered call and I get exercise somewhere up here, that's, icing on the cake. That would be cool. That would be fun. Yes, it would be fun. Let's go look at Amazon. Let's see. No, I think you're okay, Lita. I think you're okay. I think holding it right now, that makes total sense to me. I really like where you're at. Derek Clark, you guys have a good one, man. Thank you. I appreciate the love and support. Let's check out Amazon. Amazon has some low volume. Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, not a lot going on Amazon. This is the only thing that I have that looks interesting. A bull put spread on Amazon below that support. Maybe even a put sale. So, yeah. That's all I got. I don't really have that much. Amazon does look bullish to neutral. I mean, if we do candles, this looks like a boom, shika boom, shika chika boom, chika chika double bottom. Today could have been the retest of the neckline. So if it starts continuing higher, I mean, you really could consider another 285 or 280. Let's go look at Amazon, maybe January week 2. See if there's any premium in there. Premium on Amazon. Is there any premium in Amazon? 285, well, 280, 275. Grant you about $1, and then you could buy for about 70 cents. So that's 30 cents. That's okay for Amazon week 2. 285, 280 is a little bit better. You could do probably 140 and buy for about $1, so it's about 40 cents. They're okay. They were much better a few days ago, obviously. If you got a chance, go in there. And otherwise, there you go. Leah said, do I move the call with the shares? On Apple, we'll see. Let's look at Apple when it gets up to the 119 area, Leah. I'll keep a closer eye on it for you there. Because yeah, if it breaks out above there, we could consider buying that back. But I don't know if it will anytime soon. Angie, can you give me 1 second? I was expecting a package and it just arrived. I'll be right back. It's actually probably from Amazon, actually.
Okay. I'm giving him 1 second. What do y'all want to talk about? I got a terrific book gift in the mail from another real life reader. Oh, this is the perfect time to ask this question. Brad, thanks for the reminder. This is a question I had typed into the pane before we started. Okay, it's Christmas, and I want to know what is I had it typed better. Now I have to put it into words. Your favorite gift that you are giving this Christmas. So post it for me on Facebook. Put it in the chat pane. Not getting, but giving.
Favorite gift that you're giving. I love that. I love that.
Love.
There was me and Ashley. I didn't want to. Now that you asked, I guess I'll say it. I didn't really want to talk about it specifically, but not for any reason specifically. That's twice I used that word. Me and Ashley wanted to build homeless kits, which had like T-shirts. We're not wanted to, going to. T-shirts, wipes, food, granola bars, water, soft things, and drive around town Christmas Eve or Christmas Day giving the packages to homeless people. Good chance that we'll probably do that unless the weather's horrific, which I don't think it will be. But even if the weather's really, really bad, we'll probably still do it, at least in Brentwood. Oh, I got another. Really? Hold on, I'll be right back. He's knocking again. Same guy. I'll be right back. And you can tell me, Angie, and you guys can share.
What? I can tell him? Okay. What are my plans for the holidays? Visiting with family, chilling. eating, sharing the love. And we got Steven talking with Lita. No, Nils talking with Lita. Can't post it on Facebook until the 26th. Oh, you can't. Oh, I got it. That's true. It would give away the surprise, wouldn't it, if you told everybody? The most favorite gift. Okay, so I'll tell you my favorite gift that I'm giving this Christmas is I live apart from my children. All 3 of my children are still up in Boise, Idaho. Grown children. The youngest is 20. And so I arranged with another family member that's living up there. I sent a package from Amazon, and it contains a whole mess of Nerf guns and Nerf darts. I set all up so that everything's delivered to Leslie's house, and when I go there for the weekend on January 9th, we're going to get together. We're going to have a Nerf battle. I'm going to order in pizza and drinks, and we're going to spend the whole afternoon and evening chasing each other with Nerf guns or Nerf darts. And I did that specifically because that's what we used to do when we were kids. So I guess I'm giving love and time and awesome memories. Yep.
That does sound
my favorite gift this year.
Awesome, Ange.
Yep.
That sounds incredible. Yeah, I'd love to know what you guys are doing. If you want to post on the Real Life Trading Facebook page what you guys are doing, share some of your memories, your gifts, your thoughts. I mean, it's always a good time of year, regardless of religious beliefs or holiday beliefs or whatever. It's just a good time of year to be thankful and appreciate what we have and what we give, and posting it on this page would be awesome. I think it'd be great. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. I had to run up the stairs. I'm on the 2nd floor, so I had to run back and forth and all that kind of good stuff. Tina, Tina, chasing my hearts. Tina said, I'm thankful I'm part of Real Life Trading. Oh, that makes me so happy. Thanks.
I'm really loving Lita's idea, too.
What's Lita's idea?
Lita's plan.
I give Kiva, is it pronounced Kiva?
I've never heard it before. I'm going to look it up now, though.
Wait a minute. I think I donated to this.
Kiva, it is.
Yes. I've donated to Kiva before. Yes. Thanks, Lita. Lita said I give Kiva cards to the children on the list. Kiva lends money to small business, mostly emerging countries. They get to choose the money lended to. Beautiful. I love that. I love that. I love it, Lita. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's incredible, guys. I love giving. It's better to give to receive without question. It makes you feel so much better. So much better. Zane said I post a couple times a day on the Facebook page. Beautiful. I love it.
No, that's not over, Demian. Keep it up.
Post it all day, brother. I'll tell you guys a semi-funny story about giving and gifts and all that kind of stuff. And I'll tell you how much of a guy I am. Hopefully. So, I'm trying to wrap presents for Ashley last night. And I'm not a very crafty gentleman. You guys, when I say crafty, I mean like with the ability to build stuff. So I go out and I get her a few gifts, which I've already gotten her a few gifts, but I got her a few more things that she like quote unquote subliminally slid in that she wanted last minute. So I went and got them for her. And so I'm trying to wrap it. I'm like, where's the tape? I couldn't find any tape. So I couldn't find any tape. I was looking around the house, no tape to be found. Like, there's got to be some tape somewhere. So I go into the laundry room, and then there's some black masking tape. I'm like, this could work. I was like, the electrical tape. And I tried one of them. I was like, oh, man, this looks terrible. I can't give her black masking tape. I mean, it looked horrific.
No.
So I was like, okay.
Sorry.
Black masking tape, not a good idea. So I aborted that mission. And then I was like, all right, what's the next best thing other than tape? I was like, glue. I'll use glue. So I went and tried to get some Gorilla Glue. And I found some Gorilla Glue. And I'm trying to glue, the folds of the paper so it covers the box. And you can't, it looks nice. Doesn't look nice, actually. It was really wrinkly and it was really sticky. And I got glue everywhere. And I was like, this isn't working. I was like, why? I thought it would be stickier. So I went and got Elmer's. Tried Elmer's. The Elmer's didn't work. So all of the paper now in the whole living room has glue all over it. Everything's sticking to me. It's sticking to the floor. I have glue everywhere. I'm like, oh my, there's got to be a better way. So I start looking around. And I finally found some tape. But without exaggeration, it had 2 strips worth of tape on the roll. Approximately an inch. It looked like this is how much tape I got out of the roll before it was empty. That's how much tape I got out. I was like, no, no. So then I was looking around the house, like, what can I get now? So I found a stapler. And I was like, oh, a stapler. That's a good idea. So I took the stapler and I tried to staple the wrapping paper to the box and bending the box with my man strength. So I had to abort that mission as well. And so this morning, Chris Tom says you live a mile from Target. I know. But I went to Target this morning and I got the tape. And after we get done with our awesomeness today, I'm going to go wrap her presents with tape. So I'm just letting you guys know. It's all under control now. I'm going to hopefully do it before she gets home from work at like 6-ish. And,
one of the funniest wrapping stories I've ever heard.
Yeah. Pegs is all about the presentation. I know. Last year we went through this. And this is before, this is before, how do I say this? I don't know. We were exclusive, but it was just like it's just started. Just started. Like it wasn't. No, now we're being together more than a year. So now it's obviously serious. But being at last Christmas was like 2 months in, maybe. Exclusive. Not for more. It was whatever. So last Christmas she's like, no, but you have to put a bow on it and you have to wrap it. I was like, what are you talking about? I gotta wrap. I was like, why can't I just give you the gift? And she's like, no, that's not how it works. You gotta give us the actual. You gotta put it in a box and you gotta wrap it and you gotta put a bow on it. And I was like, really? Like, yeah. So I actually invited 5 people over and I bribed them to help me wrap all of her presents, and they did. So they actually wrapped her presents last time. Now those people no longer live here. So now I'm pretty positive I'm gonna have to do it myself. And it's not going to come out good, I'm sure. I'm going to do my best, though. I guess that's all that counts, right, ladies? I'm going to do my best. Gonna put my foot forward. So, that's going to be what happens. And that was what arrived. So I just went downstairs talking about Amazon, ironically enough. Her presents just came in from Amazon. So now I have like 2 boxes. That I just got that I'm going to have to wrap as well. So, ooh, Tina, great suggestion. Watch some YouTube videos on how to do this. Okay. Sweets. All right. Sam got a good suggestion. Beautiful. That's some good suggestions. I like it. Prasad. No, apparently not. I mean, I'm sure that it might be wrapped inside the box it's currently wrapped in, but I figured I might as well just go ahead and wrap that box as well. I mean, the box is already here, so I don't know. Anyway, moving on. You guys are the best. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. I am a piece of work. All right, Netflix and then Google. So Netflix, this is kind of my thought. On an hourly chart, I'm going to take a sneak peek at this. On the hourly, it really does look kind of like an inverted head and shoulders pattern on the hourly. And if we start getting a close above 346, 43, I will be slightly more bullish than bearish. The hourly candle, this appears to be a new white soldier on the hourly, and there's some support kind of building in here. So my anticipation is that it could probably inch its way just a little bit higher. So on the daily chart, if you're looking at this, volume is low. Could be a stair-step pattern off of a one white soldier. And if we start making some higher highs and higher lows, I think that's how we move. Here is the bull put spread that we talked about recently. So if you're considering that bull put spread, it makes sense to me. And I still like it, right? If we close above here, I think we could still have a 327.93 stop on Netflix. Let's go look at Google. Google, very, very nice little move today. So I'll give a giant shout out to Tommy Monet. Tommy was really, really harping strong for Google bullish at 12:19, so Friday, I think. And that is a really nice candle, right? We got a nice white candle that opens and closed above the prior day. Black candles closed and also opened above the high of the black candle. And then we got this resistance line that pretty much got crushed today. So on Google, I'm expecting a little bit of a pullback and then probably and likely continuation higher. As we mentioned on the weekly chart, Google really did pull in nicely to the 100 simple moving average and bounce. So we haven't failed the 520 support, at least yet. We have a good candle. I think this is some nice wave rotation. I think a lot of people jumped into Google bearish right here because we were breaking support. We were getting below these wicks and we're getting below the 100. I think a lot of people went bearish, and I think this is the result of a lot of people being trapped on that bullish move. So it is a nice retest gap. Let's see if we pull back some. So I think we could probably pull this back up a little bit, and let's say, let's see if we get a small retest. And it won't last long, maybe even a day, if that. So we might get an inside day candle tomorrow. This could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up to about here-ish. And here-ish is about 560. Is kind of a decent target, I think, on Google. And then we'll see how and if we react with that. So I'll go ahead and kind of put, let's get for a small retest. Could be a tiny wave 3 we're in now. 560 Newsom target. And that's based on the long-term moving averages. So that'd be very, very interesting to see how and if that plays out on Google. So Google looked at Netflix, and let's go look at Facebook. Facebook, I'm getting ready, boys and girls. I'm getting ready. I wish Oliver told me what he was doing. He told me he was excited about Facebook gapping up and trailing down, but he didn't tell me exactly why. So I don't know if he shorted it. I don't know if he has a bear call spread or covered calls up there and he doesn't want to get exercise. I'm not really sure. But that was exactly what happened. You know, white candle, white candle, white candle, white candle. 4 very, very nice white candles at an all-time high. Gap up. Yeah, it's going to come down a little bit. It's going to retest. So as it retests into the moving averages, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is a very, very good opportunity on Facebook. Good volume, good candles, good angle on the moving averages, and I want to bounce. I want a bounce off the EMAs. Buy the bounce. That's what I got on Facebook. Buy the bounce. It could happen realistically anywhere around 79, potentially, maybe even a little bit lower. But you know, come into here and a little bit of a bounce. I think that'd be nice. I think that'd be pretty. So that's kind of my thoughts on Facebook. I'd be really interested to see how that plays out. Alibaba. Hopping over to Alibaba. Alibaba was one that we donated an R to today. The hourly chart looks actually much, much better now than it did earlier. We made a lower low and a lower high on the hourly chart. On the 5 minute, we got ourselves a little bit of a double bottom. I think we're probably missing that if we're not in it at the moment. So it's okay. We'll get Alibaba later. If we're missing it today, we'll get it back in. Arthur said he got back in, but it had some lower highs right there. Had your little support level right there. Double bottom-ish pattern, or I'm sorry, double top. 15-minute chart. Again, you came up to the 20. It might have came up and popped you out if you had your stop over the 20. It was kind of a whipsaw-y day on Alibaba, but this looks like a really, really nice failure on the 15-minute. Really, really does. So we trade up, failed the 10, failed the 20, failed the 20 again. So, you know, tomorrow will be a slow day. Thursday there'll be no day, and then Friday we'll have the market. Which Friday actually could really be a nice day, honestly. And then Monday could make some moves as well. So Alibaba, you know, we had a bullish entry up at about 111, some change that didn't get triggered. Also had an end of day entry that we want to close above 108. If you did get a chance to take that particular trade, there was a lot of analysts who were bullish on Alibaba. I think this is the candle of them getting stopped out right now. And we'll see. You know, this is a high, this is a lower high, this is a lower high. Very, very good chance Alibaba comes down to the 50 exponential again, or potentially maybe as far as 100. So we'll see if it does come down and it does begin to bounce. Zane, do you want to be on the GroupMe app? If you want to, I can put you on that. I mean, people are always chatting on that app. text me if you want to be. It's an application that there's very, very chatty people that that trade and talk stocks, and you know, the real life traders. It's amazing. Shoot me a text message, Zane. 352-246-4596. You're right, Arthur. I do love it. It's phenomenal. It is phenomenal. I mean, there's probably 10 or 11 R's of value on that in the last 2 or 3 weeks. And it's definitely viable. So Alibaba looks nice. Farouk, he's not here today. I don't think he's here today. He is here today. Oh, Farouk, you've been quiet. How you been? Farouk, how in the world could you have been quiet after that trade right there? You should have been coming in this one and just screaming, oh my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to award Farouk 1 frequent trader point, Angie. And here, there's 2 reasons why. Number 1, Farouk has been...
He's modest.
He is modest. He is very, very modest. Number 2, he has been working... Farouk, he's been working so hard on this trading thing for about the past year and a half. And me and him have been working very, very close together for a while. He's been in pretty much every class that I offer, every class that I teach. He's there, always working, always grinding, always, you know... And he went through a struggling period, and he showed me all of these things he was working on. I was like, dude, you got to make it more simple. You got to make it more simple. Here's what you need to focus on. Here's what you need to focus on. And, you know, he was focusing on it. Bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, on this stock, on GILD, Farouk made 20 R. 20. I don't even know what to say. It's incredible. You know, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So, being the jet engine designer, always work hard. Yeah, exactly. So, you know, he's in his head a lot. And a lot of intelligent people are. And you guys know that I personally don't think of myself as nearly as smart as any of you guys. I'm a talker. And there's a lot of engineers, you know, out there, mechanical engineers, mathematician engineers, that you guys overthink things. And so one of my things is making things simple. And I helped Farouk do a little bit of that, but he did so much work. So much work. He destroyed it. I don't even know what else to say. Destroyed it. Destroyed the trade. Did exactly what he needed to do. And ladies and gentlemen, I will say this. I don't know of anyone who unraveled the spread personally. But if you did unravel that spread, I don't even care if you have one contract. I mean, you have just paid your mortgage for the month. Even if you had one contract. Most people don't do spreads with the one contract. If you have 10 contracts, you could probably buy a new car. That thing was majestic. Beautiful. Great analysis, ladies and gentlemen. Today, if you're watching it, as far as a day trade's concerned, you know, it really just kept falling, tanking and doing its thing. It was beautiful. It was a really, really good opportunity. You know, if you unraveled or you did a swing trade or whatever you did, beautiful, 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 beautiful. The edge is a little bit more bearish than bullish right now on GILD. And so if you're day trading it, I would have a bearish edge and wait for a little bit of this to happen if we want to swing trade again and take it from there. So I love it. I love it. I love it. Great job, Farouk. Just want to give you a shout out, man. You've been working really, really hard, and you've been mitigating your risk and keeping your losses very, very small. But I just want to say you trade your plan, and I'm proud of you. I really am. I think you did it phenomenal. So there is GILD. Boom. Let's go check out. What else you guys want to check out? GoPro. GoPro is giving us a nice little white candle today. Another nice little retest. And I'm glad it's retesting, right? We had a really kind of a nice little bearish move. Got some good volume today. Likely could come back up and retest this $60-ish range. And then if and when we roll over from there, which really could happen, that'd be great. The bear call spread that I'm in should expire and go to option heaven this week. I really, again, won't even look at it nor consider it unless we get to $69 and some change. So it should be okay. And we'll kind of take it from there. But GoPro, I'm looking for it to trade. You know, if you're still in the trade, great. Your stop's in place. No big deal. If it trades back up into this area, probably will begin to fail the 20, potentially. And if we begin to fail the 20, we could roll over again and take it a little bit lower. So I think I'm going to place it here, and say, what am I trying to say? Look for the failure of the retest. That's what we would keep our eyes on for GoPro at the moment, at least in my opinion. Okay, so there's GoPro. I said I was going to look at CHK, RDN, and NQ as a swing. So let's go ahead and do that now. NQ, Netkin Mobile, whatever you want to call it. This reminds me a little bit of Plug, you know, that one white soldier off of the support, but that's all this is, ladies and gentlemen. Good volume, one white soldier candle off of support. I think this is you know, our stop will be placed approximately 334. Bullish entry could be approximately above the high of today, 474. You could either wait for this to trigger, or you could get in today, like just now, or towards the end of the day, another 10 minutes, and just place your risk reward. There's your risk, and yes, you know, 560 is a potential resistance, but this type of gap, this type of candle, this is one of the ones I play as many times as I can, where the stock's low, creates a one white soldier off of support with good volume. You buy, stock trades up a little bit. You get into a covered call, get into a protective put if it rolls over, and if it doesn't, it goes higher, you know, so on and so forth. So, yeah, it is counter trend, but you're buying low and selling high, and that's what counter trend stocks do. So, I agree 100%. This is a counter trend trade, but that's the only way you can buy low and sell high. That's really it. You know, if you're ever trying to buy low, sell high, you're buying based off of a counter trend move. So the question becomes, you know, did people buy in here last time and make money? Yes, they did. Can you do it again? Potentially. Potentially. How much could you risk on this trade? I mean, if we're terrified of losing money, how much should we risk on this trade? 1R. Understand what your risk is. It's better to risk 1R and be wrong than not risk 1R and right about here say, oh, I wish I could have. You know, if it's 1R risk and the stock or the candles or the sentiment or whatever, if it follows your plan and it follows your trades and your setup, I say follow your plan, mitigate your risk, and go from there. So Chris said, did you figure out the Netflix close contest? Yes, I did. So NQ is a good stock. Karen is in a bear call spread on Netflix that I want to keep a very, very close eye on for her. Because, yes, Netflix is bearish, but at the same time, there's a little bit of bullish sentiment as well. So what I would like to do on Friday, I don't think that, you know, we're not having a real-life trading floor. However, I will be on Real Life Trading Facebook. If you haven't gotten a chance to come on Real Life Trading, I highly suggest it. There's a lot of students who actively post, and it's the closest thing to a social network that we have at the moment. Other than the GroupMe app. I do suggest using it. But post, if you're on Netflix, if you're on Facebook, what do you want your Netflix close to be? And if you get the close to the penny, so go ahead and post between now and the open of Friday. You can post it anytime between now and the open of Friday. Post what you think the close of the day will be on Friday for Netflix. I know it's a large stock, so if you get it right, I will make sure that you win a very nice little prize. Very, very nice little prize. Okay? So I will post mine. Netflix close on Friday, 3:47:32. Chris Tom said post before market opens on Friday. Yep, that is correct, Amundo. So that's why I personally think it's going to close on Friday. Will it? I have no idea, but we will see. We shall see. Okay, let's check out CHK. I know it's not a tech stock, but I do like the gap. Earlier today, we had an intraday trigger of 2007, more or less saying, hey, if you want to get in, I get it, I understand it. This is a very, very pretty gap, ladies and gentlemen. Very pretty gap. Yesterday's gap absolutely trapped some people. I'm positive some people went bearish on that day because it's a black candle that makes a lower low and a lower high, and it opens and closes below the prior day. White candles close below the moving averages, closes below the wicks, all that jazz. I could see someone going bearish there. I could see me going bearish there. Maybe risk reward wasn't phenomenal on a swing level, but regardless, I could see it. So today, since we gapped up, I'm positive there's a people trap because I can see it, right? I can see the buying pressure coming in. So we've bounced down here once before, and we could do it twice. Once, twice, 3 times maybe. If it ever happens, I don't know. But nice candle coming in on the hourly chart on CHK. You have white candle after white candle after white candle after white candle. It looks delicious. So I would think a pullback to 1986. 1986. What were you guys doing then? Wait for on a swing long trade. One could wait for a pullback to 1986 or already be in. And if you're in or you do wait for that pullback, I think a stop somewhere in this gap would be appropriate. Stop approximately 1903. So you're risking give or take about $1 approximately. And your goal is to get up to about 22 is target 1, and then ultimate target is about 24.40. Victor says I'm already in. Okay. Victor's already in. I might be posting this one then because Victor Gonzalez, I don't think you're on the board yet. Like Victor Gonzalez. All right. I think I'm going to save this chart and post it. CHK, nice gap, bullish gap off of support. Beautiful. Man, look at Victor, guys. On point. Victor, ladies and gentlemen, has just given himself a frequent trader point as well. Very nice. Give me his, immediately. As soon as I pulled up the stock, had his entry, stop, target. Oh, what a beast. 24.98. All right. I like that. CHK, real life trading. I got to break it up into 2. Okay. Victor Gonzalez. Beautiful, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think that's lovely, man. We'll see what happens. Having your trading plan on ready, man, that will make that's what the pros do. That's what the pros do. I will say this pretty confidently, ladies and gentlemen. If anyone ever asks you about a trade, saying, "Hey, what's your blank 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 for this trade?" and you can reply to them entry, stop, target, and how long you plan on being in the trade in less than a minute, you're a pro trader. That's what pros do. Just saying. If you know when, where, why, how, that's what you need to know. That's it. Okay, RDN. So RDN did kind of fall a little bit the rest of the day. It was a nice gap at some point. Definitely did trap some people. It is a retest of some kind. Here's what I would say on RDN. I would like a close above today's candle. It is a bullish gap. I can absolutely see some people being trapped in it, but I don't know if we close above it or not. I would like to see where the stop would go depending on what the candle looks like. If we get a white candle like this, and then we get something like this, we could place the stop approximately 1656. Maybe, depending on how long you would be in the trade, maybe as low as 1604. But if we get a close above 1703, I would be more bullish than bearish on RDN. We got some support action over here. Around 1601 and some change. Yeah, okay, I can dig it. we'll see how that plays out. I mean, we broke out, you know, we're retesting. Kind of a double bottom. We didn't actually close above the neckline today, but I would imagine if we get a white candle Friday or maybe even Wednesday, strong candle that opens and up there and closes above the high, I could see, again, at least ourselves being more bullish than bearish overall. Is there any stocks that are gapping between now and Wednesday that you guys want to look at specifically? WAG did gap, and it does absolutely like it could move higher for sure, but it's already moved very, very nicely, and I would have no problem with WAG trading sideways for a little bit longer and then continuing higher. So it did gap up. Orkin did very, very well in that trade, locking in over 3 Rs. I would say let's see if WAG rests at this all-time high before it continues higher. And that's what we would be looking for. We'd look for, this is a perfect pennant pattern, absolute continuation candle, but it is very, very extended. Let's see if we get a stair step pattern or something and then go in bullish so we get a better risk reward ratio and can time our entries better and we don't have to hold through a sideways move. Orkin said, yep, 3.6R. Beautiful. Prasad says, Hog seems to be forming a top on the intraday. Well, let's go into the hourly charts, and that's really what we're going to look at on the hourly. That it does. That it does. We're above the moving averages at the moment. Let's see if we get an evening star reversal on Harley Davidson, since we did move up so quickly, so nicely, and kind of fast. We got an upper shadow. That's where our stop would go. Let's see if we form a evening star reversal. So if we get a black candle, something like this, sometime soon, entry would go here, stop would go there. So the stop would go above the wick of today's candle on Harley Davidson, approximately 66.39. And I don't know what the next candle looks like, but that would be kind of where my stop will be placed, and we'll see if it rolls over. Orkin said, but I'm not confident at Sprint. If you're not confident, dude, don't take it. Simple as that. Simple as that. You've been taking trades that you've been confident on. I pass on trades all the time. All the time. That would be the exact trading plan, though. That is the exact trading plan. So if you've taken it, set it and forget it, man. Nothing you can do from here. Nothing you can do, big boy. If you're in it, cool. You know, that's all you can do. All you can do is take trades, mitigate risk, follow your trading plan. From there, the market will do what the market will do. Arthur says, done for the day. I might sleep in tomorrow. Probably not, though. Me and you both know, Arthur, that you won't. But if you do, it's okay. Maggie, have you given me a hug yet? I used my crystal ball just for you yesterday. There's the hug. Sweet. I know she's in the AMBA pretty nicely. And again, it was a good retest gap. It was a morning star off support. Yes, the candle yesterday was bearish, but I mentioned pretty clearly. I obviously did not know it was going to happen, but I can see these patterns and retest gap. Here's the retest, and I just simply said it would be very, very good for her bullish trade if we got a bullish candle tomorrow, and we did. So in my overall standpoint, if I were in this trade personally, if you want to mitigate your risk, since I know where you got in, you could probably take your stop and place it about 47.22. So if you want to take it up and just kind of boop, place a stop, 47.10. And at this point, sit back, relax, and let it do what it's going to do. See where the long-term moving averages are. There's the 100. Start considering, you're going to have some profit up in here somewhere. And it made a higher high and a higher low today. It is a black candle. If we get a morning star reversal, something like that, and start rolling over, your risk is now mitigated. I think you did well. I think you trade your plan well and mitigated your risk, and that's exactly what I wanted you to do. Good job, Maggie. All right? There's definitely a lot of times in the market where we want to freak out, you know, because it's money. It's our hard-earned money that we work hard for, and there's obviously times that we want to worry. But that's why we have to look back at our plan and say, okay, if I do not follow my plan, what's the pain? And that pain needs to be worse than losing money. And for me, it most certainly is. She says, or keep the stop. Target 5780. Yeah, if that's your target, I mean, one of two things: you either keep your stop exactly where it was, or move it up. I mean, we did break out of a continuation pattern that looked like a flag, so we have broken out of a continuation pattern. I would not be horrifically concerned with you moving up your stop if you did. It makes total sense to me. If your target's in this general area, 57 and some change, I think you got about another month and a half left, and let it ride and see what happens. Good for you. All right. I got a text from Zane, about time. Jeez, bro. What took you so long, man? I've been waiting months for this. Your droid is 3 years old. Oh, boy. Time to go to the store and get you another one. I will say this. I'm sure your droid works fine, but the application does work best on Androids. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. iPhones. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't work well. It still can work. I'm just simply saying, hypothetically, it does work a little bit better on Droids. But I'll go ahead and add you right now. Group me, Chris. You're in there. Obviously. You're the Tom. You're everywhere. Arthur Pierce says, Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays. Good night, all. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely. Is there anything you guys want to look at or talk about before we go? I mean, I'm here for 10 more minutes. Zane just sent it to you. Should be good to go. Lindemann said, be careful what you ask for. We could all blow up your phone by saying text now. You guys should. That'd be funny. Look at Toy Makers. Chris Tom. What is Toy Makers? Costco is going to battle. It's going to have a battle zone up here, Tina, for sure. Really, really big black candle. Let it battle, trade sideways for a little bit, and then if it continues higher, Costco is just on a run. It is on a run. Obviously, the trend is bullish for sure. Priceline, really, really good move the other day. This was 2 or 3 days ago. At the moment, Priceline's pretty choppy, even for a day trade. It's definitely approaching some resistance, being that we're in this little pattern near the long terms on the daily chart. The hourly, if I could do a wave count really quick, is probably a 1, 2, 3. It's either a 3 or a 1, 2 of a 3. Right now, we trade down to some support. I think if we start making some higher highs and higher lows on Priceline, I think I'd be more bullish than bearish. We trade down to the 10 quite nicely. So yeah, if we start breaking some highs here, we could have Paul some really, really good conceptual trades. Probably a little bit more bullish than bearish. Yeah, I would imagine. I would indeed imagine that. So let me go look at just the chart, and we'll draw some support resistance lines. Thank you for those tickers, Chris. I will go look at those. So I think that's all we have time for today. CBI, Mattel, and Hasbro. I just didn't know the tickers, honestly. Is Toys R Us publicly traded? I used to go to Toys R Us all the time. When I was a kid, Jurassic Park figurines, that was it for me. I am going to go see the new Jurassic Park, yes, only because I'm an avid fan. I'm already going in with the understanding that it's going to be the exact same as all the other ones. So, Yeah, Paul Aaron's price line looks nice. I mean, if I was swing trading or day trading this, I'd have some targets around 1197 on price line. CBI, what is this? Chicago Bridge. Chicago Bridge. So Lita said, CBI, think about buying some shares. I can see that. Chicago Bridge and Iron Company. Wow. Well, you're definitely buying low, Lita. And that's what you want to do when you're buying shares. Buy low, sell high, that whole jazz. Love it. Greg Peters says the Dow closes above 18,000. Who would have guessed? Well, we did. Real life traders, you guys have been bullish for quite a while. I've seen many of your guys' guesses on, not guesses, but good projections on the Dow reaching 18,000. CBI. I don't even know how to do wave count on this, Lita. Definitely some type of head and shoulders pattern. You know what? This is probably a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is going to be some type of correction. It's likely going to build an accumulation phase down here. Likely could build an accumulation phase. And as you're aware, I mean, you love and you have no problem with holding shares longer term. If you're going to buy shares, I think today actually would be a decent time to do it, or sometime soon. It's trading down, nice size candle. You got a little bit of resistance. It broke out today. We really could do and likely might do this for a while. We really could accumulate. So I would create maybe a collar strategy or covered call strategy just in case we do trade up to about 47.65 and start accumulating. There's a big sell-off. I don't anticipate, nor will I know, that we would go to 60 or 70 soon. Absolutely could. But yeah, I agree with you. If you're thinking about buying shares, it's an accumulation phase. We're definitely low, and this would be a good place to consider it. All right, let's do Mattel and Hasbro, and that'll probably be it. I haven't looked at Mattel in, I don't even think ever. I don't even think I've ever looked at Mattel. Huh. That's interesting. How have I never, my brain has not registered these chart patterns. I don't think I've ever looked at Mattel before. That would shock me. I don't know. Maybe I have. I don't know. Okay. Mattel. That doesn't look that bad, man. Seasonality trends. Again, you would think that this would go a little bit higher. But based on that volume and that candle, that almost looks like exhaustion volume to me. At a support. This is a morning star reversal. If we were to go long, stop would be approximately 28.55. This is a kind of a nice morning star, morning doji reversal pattern off of a support level, which we've bounced off before. Probably forming an accumulation phase here again where we do something like this. So at 30.77, I would be more bullish than bearish on Mattel. Hasbro. Hasbro, and Karen says Toys R Us is a privately held company. All right, good to know. Good to know. Hasbro. Man, it looks like a weird pattern. Wow, this thing is choppy. I can see that already. Ugh. Talk about all over the place. Pew, 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 pew. That is what this stock is doing. Choppy. Okay. Maybe some of this, potentially. I mean, I would be more bearish than bullish if we closed below, man, there's a lot of support in this general area. 53 and some change. If we close below there, I'd be more bearish. Looks like a really ugly head and shoulders, triple top-ish type of pattern. I wonder what's going on with the volume on toy makers. A lot of bearish volume coming in on both Hasbro and Mattel. I'd be more bullish than bearish on Hasbro. Kind of bullish non-directionally. Bullish non-directionally unless we close below 53. And that's really what I got at the moment on Hasbro. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a good week. It's been a great 2014 already. We have 2 more weeks at Real Life Trading together for 2014. So here's our last 2 days of 2014. It'll be Monday and Tuesday of next week. We'll get to talk. Hopefully you guys come with some stories about what you did. Feel free to share them. Post them on our Real Life Trading Facebook page. And, spread the word. Share the message. Real Life Trading is here to stay, ladies and gentlemen, because the mission of the company is very strong. The mission of the company is about others. It's about giving. It's about enriching. And that's what these holidays are about. And that's what the company is about. And that's what each and every one of you guys are about. And I want to say thank you. I agree with Marsha's sentiments entirely, Marsha. I am honored and blessed to hang out with you guys each and every day. I'm blessed and I'm honored. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything you guys have given me, everything you've given other students, given each other, and the memories and the knowledge and the capabilities that we all have extending into the future, the smiles, the love, the generosity, and the ability to become, stay, and live life as real life traders. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I appreciate it. I love you guys. Angie, anything to say?
You've covered it all wonderfully.
Thanks, guys. I love you. I'll see you guys later. And until the next time, love life, live life, and trade it. See you later.